There are some memories that aren't just remembered. They live in the walls of a home, in its objects, even in its silence. Today, I'm taking you into the hidden, unforgettable signs of black neighborhoods in the 1970s. This is not a story of poverty or lack, but of survival, pride, and love. In the dim kitchen light, a curtain gently sways. Inside a cup sits powdered milk, not fresh, but carrying a mother's quiet hope. The taste? A little sour, maybe mixed with chalky powder. Yet that small cup of milk is a mother saying, "I don't ever want my home to be without this." On the counter sit plain containers, no brands, no colorful labels. But inside them, there is life. That big government cheese block could turn macaroni into a celebration. The peanut butter was a silent hero, keeping a child full through an entire day. No one was ashamed, because those boxes represented community and the strength of neighbors leaning on one another. Day-old bread at the bakery. Mothers standing in line, their eyes quietly doing the math of survival. Bread may go stale, but it never loses its value. It becomes toast, dessert, stuffing, never thrown away. Because bread, like life, may grow old, but never loses its worth. The living room door opens. Sunlight hits the plastic-covered couches. In the summer, that plastic sticks to your legs, and it rips away with a loud little crack. It's uncomfortable, yes. But that couch is the pride of the home. Every house had one. I wasn't easy to buy. That's why I'm protected. That sound is the sound of hard work. A closet opens. No new clothes, but plenty of stories. A single winter coat passed from one sibling to the next for years. Hems adjusted by mothers, buttons replaced, tears stitched with care. These weren't just clothes. They were the family's way of making each other enough. A pitcher of Kool-Aid is mixed. Red or purple, black cherry maybe. Even the argument over the flavor was part of childhood's rhythm. Juice was a luxury, soda rare. But Kool-Aid? Kool-Aid was the sound of the neighborhood. The soundtrack of games and laughter. Cords spread across the floor. One outlet holding two plugs and a fan. Not pretty, but it worked. Those cords were the house's backbone, carrying electricity, connecting life from room to room. A drawer opens. Cleaned aluminum foil, folded neatly. Plastic bags washed and hung to dry. You can almost hear a mother's voice. "We don't throw anything away. A thing's life can't end the first time it's used." And that sentence became the philosophy of an entire generation. Evening comes. The living room is dim. The whole family gathers around a single television. The antenna keeps slipping. One child holds it up while the others shout, "Wait! Right there. Don't move." That one television is the heart of the home. Laughing at the same scene, crying at the same moment. That was family. From the kitchen, steam rises from a pot. Liver, gizzards, neck bones, chicken livers. Parts many people today wouldn't touch. But back then, they were the best meals of the week. Mothers were magicians. With almost nothing, they created dishes full of richness and warmth. There was a kind of magic in their hands, a magic that could sweeten even poverty. Children wait by the bathtub, each turn making the water a bit colder. Yet no one complains, because in that house sacrifice was a language everyone spoke. Think of a single pair of shoes, worn the entire year, polished every Saturday night. A child walking carefully, afraid to scuff them. Those shoes weren't just footwear. They were the family's effort made visible. A simple sandwich comes together. Potted meat spread on bread or tiny Vienna sausages. It may look plain, even unimpressive, but that sandwich keeps a child from going hungry at school. Some foods aren't valuable because they're fancy, but because they save the day. And then a patch on a pair of pants. carrying the quiet story of a mother sewing late at night. Every stitch was patience, every thread was love, every repair was a family mending its life together. In the kitchen corner, 2 slices of bread, a swipe of margarine, a sprinkle of sugar. Maybe it was simple, maybe it was poor food, but it brought joy. Sugar bread was a sweet secret hidden inside hardship. Night falls. The electric heater turns off. The house drops into freezing cold. 3 children crawl into one bed, wrapped in blankets, coats, and each other. There was cold. But love always outweighed the cold. And all these signs, the powdered milk, the plastic couch covers, the patched pants, the extension cords, the Kool-Aid pitcher, they look like simple objects, but they are poems. Not poems of poverty, but poems of survival. And the past doesn't remind us of what we lacked. It reminds us how strong we became despite the lack.